Okay, we're going to see how this turns out. Hello and welcome to another episode of the ReUp. My name is Jason Delgado. We have been apart for so long. How could this be? It has been a while. I'm so grateful if you are listening. This is a weekly, supposed to be podcast where I sort of talk about being a comic in LA, the ebbs and flows of life, the yin and the yang, the funny and the popular. I'm happy that you guys are here and that we're hanging out a little bit. I just figured I'd try to shoot a little podcast just to see how it turns out. The biggest thing is sound. I'm always worried that the sound's not going to come out good, and I try my phone and different microphones. Now I have a little sort of microphone setup that feels good, so fingers crossed this whole thing turns out okay. Just wanted to chit-chat, just say, hey, it's almost Halloween. Happy Halloween. This is Halloween. I'm thinking about a movie to see. Don't want to see a horror, so I might do like Nightmare Before Christmas. Maybe something fun. But yeah, I kind of want to watch a movie and hang out. But happy Halloween to those who are going out and trick-or-treating and doing parties. I was invited to parties this weekend, and I unfortunately had to decline. I am too old now. You're too old to dress up, man. I don't know. I just feel like I'm 44, and there's a certain internal thing that maybe ticked over that said, you hand out candy at home. You don't. Dress up like a thing and go out to a party. I feel a little bit like I outdated it. Is it true? I know they say that it lives in your heart as far as age, but I just feel like I can't go out not dressed then. I might have turned it over. Maybe like in a suit, and then I could say, oh, I'm like, I remember I used to dress up in a suit and say that I'm Juan Wick. But like that's the most I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna paint my face at this age and this particular time. I think I've outaged that. I did have a really nice wolf mask from a movie that I never finished. I'm not gonna wear a mask all night. Hey everybody, I'm a wolf mask. I'm not gonna. I'm too no. But God bless those who do feel great and live with the child inside them. I don't know. I got invited to a couple things, and each time I was just like, oh yeah, I could put that, or you could just stay home and watch movies that celebrate Halloween in 4K. And so that's what I did. But I'm getting a bag of candy because I do live in a building where the children, do come and do a little trick-or-treating. So last year I got to hand out some candy. It was wonderful. I felt good. I felt very adult contemporary. Had jazz on, and I was drinking wine. I was like, take some Baby Ruths. It was a good time. But I do feel like there is I think there's an age limit for me as far as dressing up and doing ooga booga, and that time has passed. But happy Halloween to those who are celebrating, having a good time. Like I said, I'll probably watch a movie, hang out here at the crib, hand out candy. Maybe put like a little thing on the door to let people know I'm available for knocking and candy. So, well, that's good. I did try to see a movie recently. It wasn't really Halloween based, but this had killers in the title. Yeah, it's rare that your boy actually goes out to the movies because, we're busy. We're trying to make moves, really, And this particular time, it was a 3.5-hour epic. It was Martin Scorsese. It was Leonardo DiCaprio. It was Robert De Niro. And so I was like, okay, this will be a movie I go to the theater for. Set aside 3.5, no kidding, 3.5 hours to see Killers of the Flower Moon. And so I set aside the time. I got tickets. Everything is arranged. I said, let's start it at 10:30. That's the move. I'm not going to start at like noon the whole day. Might as well just worked. I felt like I don't want to waste the day. I still want to have the evening. I want to be able to discuss it and enjoy time. So 10:30 in the morning. Blessings. We get seats. Place is packed. 10:30 comes and goes. And then 10:45 comes and goes. And I was like, hey, this is most certainly not the movie to start late. Can we maybe... And then it's like near 11. And I was like, something's wrong. And then somebody came out and was like, we're having an issue with the projector. The movie's too big. And they had to... like announce that they had an issue with the projector, and they had to do a banana. And then somebody yells from the crowd. Like, are they gonna fix it, or are they just giving up? And the guy's like, no, they're still trying to fix it. 2 minutes later, he comes right back. He goes, yeah, they've given up. We were just gonna... So everybody has to leave the theater and line up. Gave a refund and gave movie passes. So blessings to them. But I still bought Twizzlers for $8. Come on! But I still felt a little bit blessed, to be honest, because I was like, now I have 3.5 hours of my life. I can have children. I just felt like a little bit of the relief did come over me. But I hear it's excellent. I got the passes. Got to use them by tomorrow, but I'm probably not going to use them. Probably wait till the home theater. Boo! Where I could pause, go to the bathroom, take a nap. But yeah, Killers of the Flower Moon. I would have loved to review it, but the universe had different plans. As it found me, with a broken projector, waiting in line. You have to wait in line for like 45 minutes. And that's the thing. It's just like these inconveniences that you go like, you can never get this paid back. But, 3.5 hours of my life, it's a wash. But, yeah, never went back. Wanted to go see another movie called The Killer, which is a David Fincher movie. And I'm a big David Fincher fan. He did Fight Club. He did Social Network. Seven. The Seven. But, I don't know. Drawing me to the theater, to park, to sit with people. I want to say, if you're a listener of the podcast, just don't do a lot of things that other people do in the theaters, Don't, bring out your phone all the time. Don't talk a lot. Don't say what's going to happen if you saw the movie before. This is a lot of the behavior I'm seeing in theaters nowadays. I don't know if it's just because we've all been at home and now we're back out again and there's this lingering banana or whatever, but people are taking out their phone with brightness at 1,000 and just looking at the phone and texting during the movie, and then oh yeah, this part is great. And I was like, are you really? And yeah, they're really. And I'm not gonna say anything because life. But I'm just ugh. To deal with this kind of whatever, I'd rather do the home cinema. If that could be spread, that sort of etiquette to not do that during the theaters and the movies and the stuff. But that's one of the things that holds me back from going to the theater now. So I'm going to wait. I'm going to see sort of what the streaming thing is. I think it's November 3rd. The Killer. David Fincher's The Killer. November 3rd's tomorrow. or 5 days away. So I'm going to wait on that. But that's the thing. That theater experience is the sound banana. It's you could turn it up to 1,000 and everything's just... at the maximum and the crisp picture, and nowadays with the digital projectors, it's just the people in the parking and the waiting in the lines and the $12 Twizzlers. It holds me back. But anyway, broken projectors aside, I'm sure Killers of the Flower Moon is an excellent movie. At some point, I will see it in the streaming way. That's pretty much what I've been up to besides comedy. I've been trying to post too. I don't know if everybody notices, but I'm trying to get likes and subscribe. So if you're out there, please like and subscribe if you like the content. I'm just trying to post more stuff just because I really want to, try and, really push this comedy thing as much as possible. I've been doing it for so long and taking these sort of strides, but I want to get that 30 minutes, that hour. So I've been really working hard to sort of put that together. I saw Nate Bargatze on Saturday Night Live, and he just crushed so hard. I'm such a huge fan of Nate Bargatze, and I was just oh my God, great skits, great monologue. And you could just see somebody who's seasoned, somebody who's been doing it, and pressed it down to the maximum banana. And he crushed it. It was wonderful. And so if you haven't seen any of this stuff, he did a George Washington skit. Hilarious. But yeah, that's the kind of thing. I've been inspired to kind of do more comedy and hit it. Plus right now AI can't take comedy, so AI appears to be taking everybody else's thing, but they're my screenwriting thing, it's all AI. And then programmers are using AI. You still need people. I mean, what are you going to do? But I guess for comedy, it's a little bit of a safe space, so I'm trying to maximize whatever abilities I have there. So just trying to post and come up with new material and just being inspired by a lot of seeing Nate Bargatze, and then Joe List has been somebody I've been watching a lot, and it's just one of these things where you really start to get into sort of the minutia of what they're doing, and Tom Segura's special so sort of casual and cool, and I love that sort of casual and cool comedy, And I like that it's back. It's not all like wild and crazy or like Kersey and Bagoo. It's just casual cool, and that's kind of like, those have been some inspirations. Like Nate, Tom, Joe, so I'm sort of pushing in that direction, and I think it's something I'm hoping to maybe get like a special out soon. So fingers crossed, we're keeping that going, keeping it moving. I'm hoping that everybody's out there and feeling blessed and feeling good and enjoying themselves as best as they can with all the vicissitudes and such out there. It's a little bit crazy and a little bit scary, Halloween aside. So stay blessed, stay safe, and I hope everybody is in good peace, as they say. But this has been the ReUp. We're going to call it there. I'm hoping to do more of these. I feel like we should connect more and talk more, and I can answer questions and have guests and do all these things I've always wanted to do. But we will get there in due time. So thank you for joining us. I think the Gemini. There it is. Thank you for joining me. My name is Jason Delgado. This has been the ReUp, and we will see you on the next one.